So what was it like announcing for Beckett's?
It was interesting. We had some interesting conversations, and the gameplay was there in the background, but it was an experience. So we're dusting old shoes off for this.
So is that the last time you were commentating for anything, or?
Yes, actually, I haven't commentated in like 4 months.
So you're probably gonna be a little rusty this time.
Oh, absolutely. But it K rules for me to try.
That's gonna be caught.
Not the CPU stupid. Oh, that's actually really smart.
I don't know how necessary that attack was, but...
No. It seems like the CPU is 50-50 with their attacks. It's either a actually good defensive flex or just an error of the century.
Most of the time it's going to be an error, though. I wouldn't say 50-50. I'd say like 75-25.
It's happened more often than you think. My favorite moment was whenever, like what? It was in Shoplifters versus Toady, where the attack on Bananas made the ball just go far away.
Yep.
And just like, to the foul territory. That was beautiful. And Baby Luigi is dead. Rest in peace.
So this will be 2 outs, correct?
Yep. Runner on second, 2 out.
And that's... Oh, Yoshi bobbled. That's gonna score in a run.
And in one inning...
Birdo goes to second on an error. It's gonna be a 1-0 ball game now.
Shoplifter strikes first because Yoshi bobbled. And just like that, in one inning, the Shoplifters have done what they couldn't do all game in the last matchup here. You gotta give them credit. They came to play today.
At least more so than last time.
You can't even necessarily blame it on effort. They just got unlucky most of the time.
Oh no, I'm not saying anything. It's just every time they struck last time, it was after they had already been down by a decent amount.
They got shut out. So that's not even true. Oh, wow.
Oh, wait. Oh, I was mixing that up with the Toady game. My bad.
No, you're fine. Don't worry, don't worry. Right. And Red Croc is kebabbed. 2-0.
So we've now got 2 runs off of a single error this inning.
Yep. It's at least a 2-run swing.
And that'll be it for the inning.
There was a chance. If he didn't die for it, like that dive just got the out and saved his life. You gotta give the man props for that.
Well, Shoplifter's taking early lead now. Can't even talk today. I mean, to be fair, I couldn't talk last time, so...
Hey, talking is really hard. I can't blame you at all.
I mean, hey, it's just something that you eventually get used to it. It's just a lot of BSing your way through it a lot of the time.
Well, you know what they say, fake it till you make it. Usually they say that for performance, but I guess it's also true for just speaking.
There's a leadoff single by Luigi. And that's
Mario.
That's going to be a double. Luigi's probably going to score on this.
Yeah.
Plumber strike back. It's now 2-1.
We're going to be in for an offensive slugfest, I can tell already.
Yeah, no, there's going to be no defense in this game.
I mean, this is Luigi's Mansion. We have good lines of chemistry, so it's not unreasonable.
Now,
Yoshi.
how much money you want to place on Yoshi not using his Star Swing?
At least 50 bucks.
He's not used it all season. Or I don't think so, at least.
He hasn't. Like, all the Yoshis have been
used
below
it
average.
once, and it was in a game that I accidentally had my microphone on while recording.
Oh, sit down. And Yoshi's out. You need to sit down for keeping your mic on.
And the one time Yoshi used their Star Swing on CPU, they got caught by your team.
Yeah! If only that counted, because that would have been Defensive Play of the Year, actually.
It was actually glorious, but...
Oh, and that's a great double
the end of
play.
the inning.
You know what I just realized? This team looks way different than it did on draft day because Birdo was involved in the first trade in league history. Otherwise, this would be a Bowser Jr. themed squad. I don't know
And
if that's a
so-
good thing or a bad thing.
So were you. You were also involved in that trade.
I kind of had a Bowser theme somewhat going on anyways. I just had to commit to it. And I'm grateful I did. It works really well.
I'd assume you're probably the favorite in your second half of the bracket.
I would hope so. I do feel like I could be either squad, but an upset is very doable. Like, I'm not as overwhelmed as a favorite as Crunch, for good reason.
There's a quick inning.
Maybe we will get defense. Although now that I said that, these teams are going to combine for 5 runs in the next inning.
Has Baby
Okay.
Luigi done anything productive this season?
He's a stupid, stinky baby that sucks at baseball. What do you think?
Oh, and we're already having a pitching change, and it's the second inning.
Probably the right call for initial pitcher, to be honest. Just because if Birdo is to go out, then there are more options with her to work defensively than Diddy Kong.
I like them
No, but-
choosing Diddy first in this situation, though. I mean, it's not like it was a
Agreed.
choice. It was just random, but
Yeah.
I
I
think
wish
out
we
of the
could-
two they could have chosen from, I think this was probably the best play.
Absolutely. I wish we had the ability to actually customize our pitching rotation rather than just leaving it in the game's hand.
We got the best
Maybe the
best 9-hole hitter in the entire league. Flies out to center.
fly. If that was in Wario City, then maybe. Oh, would you look at that? A captain showdown in the playoffs. This didn't happen in the other game, right?
I don't believe so.
Wow, we're making history. And Diddy
And
Kong
it's caught in
wins.
right field.
A big award candidate in Luigi, and he fails his team. Better hope that doesn't cost him later.
Luigi's pitching's not been too bad this game, though.
Oh, absolutely not. It's just with as potent that both these offenses can be and prove to be in the first inning, you need to capitalize when you can.
Mm-hmm. And I
That's-
mean, I totally agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
strike
Angel
out.
Hernandez.
There was a bit of that caught the plate.
Yeah, it's not. It's goodness gracious, and just a little too early, or just a little too late, actually.
Birdo's been somewhat of a surprising offense.
Whoa! We got LeBron.
Not a
James
bad
at first
snag.
base. Who knew that he was here? LeBron, all the way there. Will Michael Jordan respond in the bottom half? Probably not.
It's probably just
you were
Ben
saying that-
Gordon.
You said that Birdo's been a bit of a surprising, just like surprising what?
What I was trying to get at there. Birdo's been somewhat surprising offensive powerhouse this season.
Yeah.
Like not really too much power, but if you look at like his line drive rate, you look at the amount of doubles and triples. Granted, it is on Peach Ice Garden, so take that as you will. That's where half of your games were. Oh, it was a
What?
good use of the items.
I think it's also a little bit of Red Yoshi's fault for not even trying to throw it in time. It's like he just stuttered back. He was probably gonna be safe anyways, but it was.
I mean,
worth a
have you
shot
seen
at least.
Yoshi's arm?
It was worth a shot at the very least, since they're just walking and letting him go. I'm honestly not surprised though that a Peach Ice Garden character had so many doubles and triples. Just because like it's so easy to milk there.
But Birdo's been just completely milking that stadium. And I mean,
it's-
even outside of their home stadium, Birdo's still just been doing the exact same thing hitting wise. Not
Oh,
been bad at all.
100% she has, but when you play half your games in Ice Guard, it's going to help a little bit. I'd say that about anything else, even if it was like Playroom and that stuff was happening, just because it's easier to do it.
I wouldn't necessarily say that for all teams, though.
Oh, absolutely not. It just comes down to Stadium. It's just, if it was true in other places, I would say the same thing. I wonder how it would work in Bowser's Castle, just because I know we didn't have any actual true games over there, as LeBron fails to get it again. Oh, there he is.
There's another quick inning by Luigi.
Yeah? It seems like other than the
So
first
about
inning,
that offensive matchup you were talking about.
At least I didn't jinx it with like 5 runs in an inning. Oh, it's baby Luigi, who sucks at baseball.
Grounds out to Birdo for the first out.
True. He didn't even hit it to baby Mario. That's the matchup we need to see, hitter versus pitcher. That's what we need.
That's gonna
You
land for a
mad?
single.
Yeah, he doesn't have wheels.
Not in the slightest.
But this is the power portion of the lineup, so if the Plumbers can strike here... Oh, there's Michael
What
Jordan.
a nice
with
snag
double
by Yellow
play.
Yoshi.
There he is. Now we got a duel on.
Amazing way to end the inning.
That's the best you can ask for if you're Shoplifters. So after the explosive start, it seems like defenses have finally settled in.
Really just gonna come down to if Plumbers can just break back into it.
Oh wow, Baby Mario actually yoked that. Good on him.
Straight down the line.
That's actually kind of impressive. I'll give him credit for it. Alright, well, did he use his star swing?
No.
No. Okay. How many double plays is that? 5? We forgot to make a counter for it.
Who needs one?
True. Honestly true. We can worry about that later.
So you want to talk about Diddy's performance in the first CPU league you've been in?
He was trash. Oh, wow. I actually thought K-Roll got that.
Just a
But-
little bit too low.
Yeah. Honestly, like, going back to the first CPU league, which was held by Godels, GM of Calamari Crunch, the entire, like, I believe Godels mentioned this in the draft. He loves Diddy, but he did absolutely nothing, which is what made him pick Wario instead. And honestly, that was probably the right move for him, because Diddy's been noticeably
He's been
better
okay.
here. He's been noticeably better since that league, but Wario
He's been
has
about league average, I'd say.
Yeah, maybe slightly below.
Slightly above.
Hmm.
His on base is actually pretty sweet. It's just
Fair.
there's not any
He's
pop
non-factor.
to that bat.
And he's a non-factor in defense too, so that's gonna hurt him a little bit.
I wouldn't
Oh.
necessarily say so. I'd say he's a non-factor on the team that they've built.
Yeah. No,
Because
that's
you
reasonable.
could put him as a part of a pretty decent outfield. It's just there's no need for that on this team.
He would be a good piece of crunch, honestly. Just especially considering the
Oh,
outfield
totally.
situation. Right. Are they gonna try for the sack? No. Smart.
He'd be a nice person to put in like right field for DK to switch into.
Yeah. Or to add as an extra, buffer that won't potentially ruin the outfield, unlike Wario. And that's another.
Oh,
double
and they
play.
leave it stranded again.
That's like the 3rd time they've left 2 runners on. It might actually come back to hurt them at this point because time's running out.
Yeah, they've only got 6 more outs.
True. I mean, they're doing good getting base runners on. They're just not finishing it. It's like a mirror of their first matchup where they were doing this to Shoplifters. Kind of ironic, really.
Brown Critter's been kind of a surprise Hank Aaron candidate this year.
Seriously.
He's got almost as high of an OPS as just plain King K. Rool has.
That's actually kind of shocking.
I mean,
I mean, they are
obviously
too-
King K. Rool's, it's still like, I believe 2nd or 3rd best in the league, but
Mhm.
like Brown Critter's not as far behind as you'd think it'd be, which is
I mean,
which is
Critters are
weird because
solid.
if you look at if you look at like regular Critter on Crunch's team,
Right.
Critter's been slightly below average for them this entire year.
Honestly, it might come down a little bit to the lineup structure. Considering like you can have great players, but if they're not placed in the right spots, they're just gonna flounder.
And Shoplifters are gonna attack on 2 more runs.
Yep, they probably paid the ghost off in right field. They hit Mario and stopped them from buddy tossing on time. So those runners left on base, it seems to really be hurting Plumbers at this point. They've left like at least like 4 runs on the board, and now they're down 3.
It's not been pretty.
No. It could also just be great defense by the Shoplifters, to be fair, but you know. And RBI double play. I think that's a trade-off Shoplifters will take. Oh, we got a new
And in
pitcher.
the 6th inning, Luigi finally comes out.
Uh-oh.
Not necessarily a bad performance, but definitely not the one you want to see.
No. And that's a bad play for the outfield as well. Considering when Mario comes in, the entire outfield will be broken. Which won't matter too much because this is Luigi's mansion, but it does eliminate a lot of defense. This has always been my one concern for the Shoplifters, and it looks like it might actually come into play now. That's kind of bad timing.
Time's running out.
Yeah. And now that they're down 4 at this point, can Diddy use his star swing? No.
Yes, he can.
No, he can't.
Shoot.
He can't use his star swing. Nobody does that.
You know, I was looking down to get a drink right then, so I wasn't even looking at the screen for that, and I just completely guessed wrong.
I was a bit confused. Like, what are you doing? Oh my god, Baby Daisy has pop. Hello?
She's hit a dinger before.
Oh, she has. It just surprises me. Okay, Diddy. Use your star pitch. Cool.
Really, the only thing that's been a concern with Baby Daisy is the contact.
Oh, well, clearly she's
And
out now.
there it is if she strikes out. So how you're liking your chances going into the matchup if Shoplifters can pull the win off here?
Upset's definitely possible, but I do think we could win it. I do think we could beat either team, but an upset is always possible. I trust Crunch a lot more to win their series than I trust ours. Only because their team is so dominant and Wiggler's a good pitcher.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Wiggler was a good pitcher.
Yeah, no, he was elite in goals of CPU League, and now that he finally committed to that strategy, it might be doomed. The league might be doomed.
Who knows?
Yeah, we'll
He
have to
could
find out then.
completely blow it.
I don't think so. And won't even throw it to first because the K-Roll probably would have been out because he moves like a tank.
Luigi's just such a bad outfielder.
Yeah.
Or
Why
at least,
Mario needs
at
to
least
come in
CPU
first.
League. Like,
Yeah.
if I was playing an ELO game against you, it'd be
That's-
just fine. That's gonna be
That's not gone. That's close though. It's like 6
long
inches
foul
to the
ball
right.
by...
Critter. Yeah. Hey, they're threatening more. They want to get the dagger in now and lock their spot into the semis against Jordals.
At this point, I believe they've probably already locked it down.
Never say never. The Plumbers were down 5 in my matchup against them here, and they only lost by 1. The comeback's definitely doable. They just need to get right and get lucky. And they need to stop the bleeding now.
Just waiting for Birdo to be put in.
She's probably going to come in at the top of the inning, I guess. And that's
Oh,
a
and ropes
gapper.
one straight into the left field. That's gonna score 2
That's-
runs.
Yep. Without a doubt.
It's now a 7-1 ball game after an RBI double.
It's unfortunate if you're a Plumbers fan. Regardless of what happens in the playoffs, and there's another one.
Well, I mean, this is what happens when you get 1-game series like this. You can see a lot more upsets.
Oh, absolutely. I don't disagree with that at all. I mean, even then, the last game that we had was technically an upset by seeding, even if both teams were evenly matched. And Dayoshi is dead.
I'd say it was probably the most evenly matched going into the postseason. Oh!
And Baby DK, what are you doing? And it was the most... Platos and Shies was definitely the most evenly matched series heading into it, but just based on seeing alone, it is technically an upset. I wouldn't consider it such, but technically it is.
And I mean, on that, yeah, I would almost completely agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because even going into the final week of the season, it was completely tied. It was up to that exact same matchup. So going into it, they were completely even.
Exactly.
And now we're finally going to see Birdo lock it down, hopefully.
Hopefully, if you're Shoplifters, the Plumbers need to get something going now, especially with this being the powerhouse of the lineup. I mean, that's a good start so far.
Better to be on base than not.
Absolutely. And Dark Bones with a good hit. All right, Captain Luigi.
Bases are going to be loaded for Luigi with no outs.
If they want to get something going, this is the time. He needs to yoke it. At least drive 2 in now in order to give his team a chance. Not that.
Swing and a miss by Luigi. Oh, and that's a single. That's going to score in a run. It's now
I honestly thought
8-2.
that was going to be caught based on the way that came off the bat. I honestly did. All right.
I mean, it came off a lot lower towards the end than I thought it was going to drop, but...
Yeah, damn. Birdo, he's getting a free strike here. I love how the CPU always whiffs at that and Bowser start pitches. It's hilarious.
Oh!
Michael Jordan! He doesn't get the triple play, but... Now the Plumbers are 1 out away. Oh no. Their season can't end like this, right? Oh, it does.
Their season is going to end like this.
Shoplifters take it 8-2, and they will play Waffle's Furious House of Turtles in the semifinals.
Now, who do you think game MVP was?
I'm gonna go Diddy.
Birdo.
Oh, I thought maybe for a second. Birdo.
Oh wow, it wasn't even close.
Oh wow. Oh my god. Why did I guess the worst player on the team? Why? I'm dumb. I thought Diddy got a couple
Diddy and
hits,
his one strikeout.
I thought Diddy got a couple of hits, or at least one. That's weird.
No, he didn't.
This is rigged.
I mean, you can argue with the results, but...
It is
I don't know. Take it up. Don't take it up with me.
Yeah, I'll just take it up with the commissioner of the league because this ruins the sanctity of Mario Baseball. Mario CPU Baseball, specifically.
Well, that about wraps it up.
Shocking upset. A huge, like, not even a close win, a dominant performance by the Shoplifters. Congratulations to them, and...
It'll be interesting to see how the series goes now that they get at least one more game in Ice Garden.
Oh, God. We're going to see Ice Garden in the playoffs. Oh,
don't worry, if
you
win both games or you lose both games, you won't have to see it. Or,
no.
Wait, no, if they win both,
both,
then you'll get to see it, just not against you.
Okay.